Group this evening will be the Lepquinm Gumilgit Gogoadim Tsimshian dancers. Let me do that once again. Our second group this evening will be the Lepquinm Gumilgit Gogoadim Tsimshian dancers, a Southeast Alaska group now based in Anchorage. Their eldest member is 85 years old, and the youngest is 3. Their group leader, Marcella McIntyre, and their elder leader, Theo Bio, both of Metlakatla, established the group in 2005. Marcella McIntyre will introduce the dances. Without further ado, welcome.
Blue. Emma Kupel, and Deutschium, Mogagoidixium, Flabachla Skandas Nursum, Sigamana, Ligiget, Shamoigit, Gabawalsik, Tatni, Negeta Galsup, Edit Gabit Gurk, Lu M. Goduk Neural Nisum. Watsamu Duayu, and Hadidut Tegu, Will Akstamadik Duaku, Nigyox the old Sagan. Get land at a lacholam na ashku. Lepquinm Gumilgit Gogoadim Hakmilgum Wata. Good evening, how's everybody doing? What I said in our native language of Shimalgit was chiefs, matriarchs, councils of the chief, prince and princesses, everyone of the community, and all the children. I am very happy to see all of you here tonight. My traditional name is Watsamu. My English name is Marcella McIntyre. I am Tsimshian from the Raven clan, and my family comes from Metlakatla, Alaska. My roots are from Metlakatla, but our dance group is based here out of Anchorage. We are Lepquinm Gumilgit Gogoadim, which in English translates to our own dance in our hearts. Our first song we shared with you is our Tsimshian anthem that was written by David Robert Boxley of Metlakatla. And the words that we were singing are, we are real Tsimshian people, and what we're doing today is to help preserve for tomorrow, the next generation. The entrance song that brought us on stage was the Four Clan Canoe entrance song that was written by Don Wells of Terrace, British Columbia, Canada, that he wrote for the entire Tsimshian nation. The four mass dancers represented the four clans of our people, Eagle, Kilowel, Raven, and Wolf. The next song we'd like to share with you is called Gemsuk, which means home. And this song is of tied women singing about our home since we are so far away from it here being in Anchorage. And the English translation is, the ocean surrounds me, I am at home. Whether near or far, my heart is always here. The sand is like a cradle, the crashing waves surround me. I feel at home, my heart is always here. This song is Gemsuk, home. Our next song we'd like to share with you is called Limi Hon. This is our salmon song. How many like to eat Alaskan salmon? Well, we do this song to honor the salmon for them giving themselves up to us each year. This song was composed by David Boxley of Metlakatla. In this song, the women represent fishermen going out in their canoe to go fishing, and in the center, the men represent the different species of salmon that we catch in southeast Alaska. In our language, whenever we see a fish jump out of water, we shout, "Ayo!" Then we say, "Kikwa!" Again, we want to see the fish jump again. Once the fishermen see where the fish are at, they turn into the bobbing of the fishing net. They close the net and catch the salmon. In the verses of the song, you'll hear the fishermen talk to the salmon just like our ancestors used to, and they'll ask them to stand up in their canoe, and then stand up in their canoe so we can catch them and eat them. This is Limi Hon, our salmon song. Thank you very much. This next song that we'd like to share with you is the Nuk Nuk. And in our culture, a Nuk Nuk is a song or dance with a mask that describes the characteristics of an individual. And in this case, this is a song that talks about me getting my guardian spirit. When I was in high school, I went fishing across a different part of our island with my mother, my auntie, and my uncle. And we were going up some old logging roads to go berry picking. And when we got to one part of the logging road, there was a creek alongside of it. And I was the only youngest one in our group that was able to make it down by the creek and pick the blueberries along that side. And with the water rushing past me, it was very loud and very hard to hear. And I looked up to the logging road and I saw my mom's mouth moving. And just to satisfy her, I said, "Yep, okay, yep." And what she was trying to tell me was that they're going to head up further up the mountain. And when they got to a certain point in the road, when they got to a fork, she told me to go to the right. And I said, "Yep, okay." And so I gathered as many blueberries as I could reach alongside the creek, hiked back up to the logging road, continued up the mountain. When I got to the fork in the road, I went to the left. I continued up the mountain, did not find any of my family members, so I decided, remembering my father always telling me that if you were to get lost, to stay put and let your family members find you. So I climbed up on top of this big boulder, started eating some of my berries out of my bucket. It was very hot outside, and I decided to lay down, and I fell asleep. What felt like a short period of time ended up being 3 hours, and I probably would have slept longer had this blue jay not flown around me, squawking away, trying to get my attention. It started to fly down the road and come back to me, and fly down the road and come back to me again, and it seemed like this blue jay was trying to get me to follow it, so I started to follow it. And during that time, my uncle was going up the road trying to find me. My mother went back to where they had seen me by the creek last, and my aunt went to wait for me by the boat to see if I had gone back there. And so with all this happening, it was very a real experience that some young person never wants to go through. And when my mom and I found each other after that blue jay guided me back down the road, and I shared this story with her, she said, "From this day forward, the Gush Squash, the blue jay, was my guardian spirit." So this is my story, this is my Nuk Nuk, and this was written for me by David Boxley. Deutschism, thank you very much. This next song that we'd like to share with you is honor of Breast Cancer Awareness Month that is taking place the whole month of October. A few years ago, we lost one of our drummers from our dance group, and her name was Wilma, and her nickname was Dissy. And I wrote this song after experience the last 2 weeks of her life back at home in Mount Lacatla. All of cancer people going through cancer treatment, families who have lost loved ones from cancer, all met at her house, and we had our traditional food together, and they all sang our traditional songs with her. And I saw her spirit really lifted with us singing our traditional songs with her. And in my mind, I like to picture that's how she went home when she left us from this earth. And I wrote this song in honor of her, and the mask was carved by her classmate David Boxley for us to honor her in this song. And in this song, it's about her friends surrounding her and encouraging her that she is not alone. We are here with her and to stand strong. When she gets to the lowest point in her life, she sings a prayer to herself, and then all of her burdens are taken off of her shoulders by her surrounding friends, and all of that is lifted off of her. And in this song, we'd like to honor anyone who has survived cancer, has gone through remission, any families out there who have lost someone to cancer, and hope that this will bring awareness out to the Native communities. And we would just like to honor you right now with this song. This is Limi Dissy. Thank you very much. Our next song we'd like to share with you is a song that I wrote for another auntie. This is a song I wrote for my Auntie Maggie, describing her experience of first time going out for cedar bark to gather with my mom. My mom showed her how to get the bark off of her first tree and helped her guide her to go into the direction to find a tree. And listen for what happens in the end. This song is Aunties Gathering Cedar Bark, and this is for my Auntie Maggie. Before we do our last two songs, on behalf of Lepquinm Gumilgit Gogoadim Tsimshian dancers, we'd just like to say Deutschem Tatnish Nushim. Thank you for AFN for all that they do in putting this together each year, for all of us to come together and actually get to be who we are without any cares about what the Western world thinks about us, and to be together here as one. Deutschem, thank you very much. Our last two songs are Demalgit Nidzin. In our language, we have no word for goodbye. Instead, we say to each other in Demalgit Nidzin, which means until we meet again, or I'll see you again soon. This song was translated into our language by our elder Frank Haldane. We'll go right into our exit song, which will bring us off the stage. Then this song was composed by myself, and I had the help of translating into our language with my elders, Donna Mae Roberts and Frank Haldane. Again, Deutschem Tatnish Nushim. Thank you very much. Lepquinm Gogoadim, Diano Gumilgam, Galnagalugionam, Latso Akshat Win, Dimshakto Nalogam, Adayagashietka Gakshom, Dim Gadaltham, Nagathavam, Demalgit Nidzin, Demalgit Nidzin, Gukshakna.